My girlfriend said, "Quit your startup. It's embarrassing dating someone without a real job." I said, "You're right." Then I sold my company for $2.3 million while she was job hunting. She found out when local news called me for an interview. Original Post I-28 Mail was sitting at my desk debugging code at 2 a.m. when Chloe, 26, dropped the ultimatum. We'd been together for 3 years, living in my apartment for the last 18 months. "Chloe, Marcus, we need to talk about your situation." Me, looking up from my third monitor. "What situation?" "This," gesturing at my home office setup. "This whole startup fantasy. It's been 2 years. When are you getting a real job?" Me, "This is my real job, Chloe. We're about to close Series A funding." Rolling her eyes. "You've been saying that for months. Meanwhile, I'm telling my friends you're between opportunities because it's embarrassing to admit my boyfriend plays video games all day." Me, "I'm building a SaaS platform for automated inventory management. We have 12 enterprise clients." "Whatever. My sister's boyfriend just made partner at his firm. Kelly's engaged to an investment banker, and I'm dating a guy who wears the same hoodie 3 days straight and calls ramen a business lunch." The contempt in her voice hit different. This wasn't concern. This was disgust. "I need stability, Marcus. A partner who can match my lifestyle, not someone living off savings playing entrepreneur. I paid for this apartment. I cover our expenses. With your dwindling savings, what happens when that runs out? I can't keep subsidizing your dreams with my marketing manager's salary." Fun fact, she'd never paid a dime toward rent or utilities. Her subsidizing involved buying her own clothes and occasionally picking up groceries. But I stayed calm. Me, "What exactly do you want?" "Simple. Shut down this startup nonsense and get a real software engineering job. With your skills, you could easily make $200K at a FAANG company. Then we can start planning a real future. Marriage, house in the suburbs, normal things. And if I don't, then I can't do this anymore. I'm 26, Marcus. I'm not wasting my prime years on someone who refuses to grow up." I stared at her for a solid minute, then said the words that changed everything. Me, "You're right." Blinking in surprise. "What?" "You're absolutely right. This isn't working." Her face lit up. She actually hugged me. "Oh, thank God. I knew you'd see reason. When will you start applying?" Me, "I'll handle it. Give me a couple weeks to wrap things up." She practically skipped to bed. Meanwhile, I went back to my computer and opened our company's Slack. @channel emergency meeting tomorrow, 9 a.m. Big news. See, what Chloe didn't know was that we'd been in due diligence with a major tech company for 6 weeks. They wanted to acquire our platform and integrate it into their logistics suite. The negotiations were basically done. We were just finalizing numbers. The timing of her ultimatum was chef's kiss. Next morning, told my co-founder Jordan everything. "Dude, she seriously called it embarrassing?" Me, "Said she tells people I'm between opportunities." "Brutal. So what's the play?" Me, "We accelerate the acquisition, push for signing within 2 weeks." "That's aggressive. We could probably get another 500K if we drag it out." "Worth it, trust me." Started working 20-hour days. Not on job applications like Chloe thought, but on finalizing every detail of the acquisition. Legal reviews, IP transfers, employee retention bonuses, everything. Chloe was thrilled with my job search. I'd leave early and interview clothes, meetings with lawyers, and come back talking about promising opportunities, acquisition terms. "Chloe, see? I knew you just needed a push. My friend's husband works at Microsoft. Want me to put in a word?" Me, "I got it covered. Thanks though." She started planning our new life. Pinning wedding venues, looking at houses, creating Pinterest boards labeled Future Home and Dream Wedding. 10 days later, the deal closed. $2.3 million for the company, with my 40% stake netting me $920,000 before taxes. Not retirement money, but definitely life-changing for a 28-year-old. Didn't tell Chloe. Instead, I said I needed to fly out for a final interview. Actually went to sign papers and celebrate with Jordan. When I got back, Chloe had practically redecorated the apartment with the assumption we'd be moving soon. "Chloe, how'd it go? Did you get it?" Me, still waiting to hear back. That weekend, she dragged me to her friend's engagement party. Spent the whole night telling everyone about my upcoming career change and how I'd finally gotten serious about life. Her friend, "That's amazing. What company?" Chloe, before I could answer, "He's exploring options. Several Fortune 500s are interested." The entitlement was suffocating. She'd already rewritten our entire narrative. I was the lost boy she'd saved with tough love. Monday morning rolled around. I was having coffee when my phone rang. Local news reporter. Hi, is this Marcus Chen? I'm calling about your recent acquisition. We'd love to do a feature on local startup success stories. I appreciate the interest, but I'll need to check with our PR team. Of course, but wow, 2.3 million at 28. That's incredible. When can we schedule the interview? Let me get back to you. Hung up. Chloe was staring at me from across the kitchen. Who was that? Me, wrong number. But I could see the wheels turning. She grabbed her phone, probably to Google my name plus acquisition. I went to shower. 20 minutes later, came out to find her hyperventilating on the couch, laptop open, my company's acquisition announcement on screen. What the hell is this? Oh, that. Yeah, the acquisition went through last week. Last week? You sold your company for $2.3 million and didn't tell me? Me, you said it was embarrassing. Figured you wouldn't care about my little startup nonsense. Update 1. 3 days later. The entitlement explosion was instant and spectacular. First came the love bombing. Chloe transformed into the world's most supportive girlfriend overnight. Chloe, baby, I'm so proud of you. I always believed in your vision. Me, you literally called it embarrassing 2 weeks ago. I was just pushing you to be your best. Tough love. And look, it worked. The delusion was astronomical. She genuinely believed her ultimatum had somehow caused the acquisition. Then came the planning. Oh God, the planning. Already on her laptop. Okay, so after taxes, you'll have around 600K. We put 300K down on a house, 100K for the wedding, 50K for a nice car for me. Of course, we're a team, baby. Your success is our success. Me. Interesting, because 2 weeks ago you were ready to leave me for not having a real job. That was before I knew you were about to close this deal. You should have told me. You said all communication had to go through corporate channels since I was just playing entrepreneur. She tried a different angle. Scheduled appointments with real estate agents without telling me. Came home to find her giving a virtual tour of our requirements. To the agent on FaceTime. We need at least 4 bedrooms, good school district for future kids, and a 3-car garage. Excuse me, what's happening? House hunting, silly. This is Garrett from Premier Realty. To Garrett, we're not in the market, thanks though. Ended the call. What are you doing? He had amazing listings. You mean you're not in the market? I might be, but that's my decision. The mask slipped for a second. Pure rage flashed across her face before she recovered. Chloe, I don't understand why you're being like this. Couples make these decisions together. Like how we decided together that I should quit my startup. She stormed off, but the attempts escalated. Found out she'd told her entire family about our windfall. Her mom called congratulating me, then immediately launched into wedding venue suggestions. Her dad wanted to discuss investment opportunities, aka funding his failing restaurant. But the kicker came when I checked my credit report for an unrelated reason. Someone had applied for a luxury car loan using my information. One guess who? Called the dealership. They'd flagged it as suspicious since the application came from a different IP address than my usual location. Chloe had tried to forge my signature on a $75K Tesla application. That's when I knew it was time for the nuclear option. See, while Chloe was planning our imaginary future, I'd been planning my actual one. Already had a new apartment lined up, movers scheduled, everything organized. But first, I had some poetic justice to serve. Created a fake job posting. Senior marketing manager. 150 to 180K salary. Described Chloe's exact qualifications. Even used some phrases from her LinkedIn. Sent it to her from a burner email account, pretending to be a recruiter who'd found her profile. Hi Chloe, I came across your impressive background and have an exciting opportunity that matches your expertise. Our client is looking for someone with your exact skill set. Interested? She bit immediately. Spent the next 3 days preparing for the interview. Bought a new outfit, practiced answers, even asked me to review her presentation. Me, this looks great. You'll nail it. Kissing me. Thanks, baby. Once I get this job, we'll be a real power couple. Combined income over 700K. The confidence, the assumption I'd stay, the entitlement to my money while simultaneously job hunting to impress me. Beautiful. The interview was scheduled for Thursday afternoon. Wednesday night she was buzzing with excitement. Chloe, I've already researched the company. They're perfect. Growing fast, great culture. I might even negotiate for more than 180K. Me, I'm sure you'll get exactly what you deserve. Thursday morning. She left at noon for her 2 p.m. interview downtown. Gave her a thumbs up as she walked out. The second the door closed, the movers arrived. Professional, efficient. Everything I owned was out within 2 hours. Left all her stuff exactly where it was. Her clothes, her makeup, her Pinterest vision board. Only took what was mine. Left a printed copy of the acquisition announcement on the kitchen counter with a sticky note. Congratulations on your new job. Mine worked out pretty well too. Best of luck with your future endeavors. Also left a copy of the attempted fraud car loan application with another note. P.S. Forging loan applications is a felony. Consider this your only warning. Moved into my new place, blocked her number, killed time until the show started. Update 2. That evening. The meltdown began at exactly 4:47 p.m. First came the frantic doorbell ringing at my old apartment. Then the calls to the building management. Then the neighbors, all blocked or ignored. But Chloe's best friend Mira wasn't blocked. She called around 6 p.m. Marcus, what did you do? Chloe's having a complete breakdown. Me, no idea what you mean. I moved out. She wanted me to level up, so I did. She went to some interview that doesn't exist. The company website is fake. Weird. Hope she finds something though. The job market's tough. This is cruel, Marcus. She loves you. She loves my bank account. Slight difference. That's not fair. She supported you. By calling my life's work embarrassing, by telling people I was unemployed, by trying to forge my signature on a car loan. She, what? Check her laptop history. Tesla configurator, 75K Model S. In my name. Silence. I didn't know about that. There's a lot you don't know, like how she gave me an ultimatum to quit my startup 2 weeks before I sold it. Then suddenly became supportive when the check cleared. More silence. She's saying you owe her half the money, that she inspired you to succeed. I actually laughed. Me, she can say whatever she wants. Reality doesn't bend to her narrative. The social media storm started next. Chloe posted a sob story about being abandoned after supporting someone through their struggles. Carefully edited to exclude key details like, oh, her entire ultimatum. Some mutual friends bought it. Others who knew the real story called BS. Comment, wait, didn't you just tell me last month that you were embarrassed by his startup? Chloe, I was encouraging him to reach his potential. Comment, by threatening to leave? She deleted the post. But the real show started when local news ran the story anyway. They'd found another angle. Young entrepreneur overcomes doubts to achieve success. The reporter had done her homework. Interviewed Jordan, some early employees, even a few clients. The piece was glowing. Mentioned how I'd built the company from nothing, survived on ramen and determination, classic startup story. The kicker? The reporter asked about work-life balance and support systems. Jordan, absolute legend, said, Marcus basically lived at the office. His girlfriend actually gave him an ultimatum to quit right before we closed the deal. Can you imagine? Thank God he didn't listen. It aired Friday evening, prime time. Chloe's coworker saw it. Her family saw it. Everyone saw it. Her dad called me directly. Her dad, you little bastard, you humiliated my daughter on TV. Me, I didn't mention her name. Neither did anyone else. If people connected the dots, maybe ask why the shoe fit so perfectly. Her dad, she deserves compensation. She supported you. She lived rent-free in my apartment while calling me an embarrassment. That's not support, that's parasitism. Her dad, I'll sue you. For what? Breaking up with someone who committed identity fraud? Good luck with that. He hung up. The attempted legal threats came next. Chloe found some ambulance chaser who sent a demand letter, wanted 50% of my acquisition proceeds for unjust enrichment and breach of implied partnership. My lawyer's response was beautiful. 1 page. Basically said, no common law marriage in the state, no written agreements, no financial contributions from your client. However, we do have evidence of attempted fraud. Proceed at your own risk. Never heard from that lawyer again. Final update, 2 months later. The aftermath was even better than the explosion. Chloe tried to salvage her reputation, but the internet is forever. The news clip went mini viral in startup circles. Don't Be This Girlfriend became a meme in tech Twitter for like a week. She had to go private on all social media. Deleted LinkedIn after someone kept commenting, how's the job search going on all her posts. But the best part? She actually had to job hunt for real now. Except every time she got to final rounds, somehow they'd go with another candidate. Turns out, When you Google someone and find a news story about them trying to car fraud their ex who built $1 million company, not a great look. She lasted 2 more months in the apartment. Lease was in her name too, couldn't evict her. But without my covering utilities and groceries, that marketing manager salary didn't stretch as far as she thought. Moved back with her parents, still unemployed last I heard. Posted some inspirational quotes about rising from betrayal and knowing your worth. The irony was delicious. Meanwhile, I took a month off, traveled, cleared my head. When I got back, started another company with Jordan. This time, we're building project management software for remote teams. Already have seed funding, already have customers, already profitable. Started dating again too. Met Rachel at a founders meetup. She runs her own design consultancy. First date, she said, "Fair warning, I work weird hours and sometimes forget to eat when I'm in the zone." I knew she was a keeper. Told her the Chloe story on our 4th date. She nearly spit out her wine. Wait, she tried to buy a Tesla in your name? Model S. Fully loaded. The entitlement, did she at least have good taste in colors? The pearl white with white interior. Ugh, nightmare to keep clean, bullet dodged on multiple levels. We've been together 8 months now. She's never once called my work embarrassing. Actually helps beta test features. Brings me coffee during late coding sessions. Funny thing about trash taking itself out, it makes room for treasure. Last week, ran into Mira downtown. She looked uncomfortable. "Hey Marcus, how are things?" "Me good. You?" "Fine. Listen, about Chloe, hope she's well." "She's struggling, thinks you blackballed her from getting hired." "I've never mentioned her name professionally. Her reputation is her own creation. She wants to apologize, maybe get closure." She got closure. It was posted on her kitchen counter with a sticky note. That's the thing about consequences. They don't need your participation to work. Chloe wanted me to grow up and get a real job. I did grow up. I realized what real support looks like, and it doesn't come with ultimatums. She thought my startup was embarrassing. Now she gets to explain to every date why her ex's success story includes her as the villain. That's a lifetime subscription to consequences, delivered fresh daily. Me? I'm building another company, dating someone who gets it, and living my best life. The only thing embarrassing about this whole story is how long I stayed with someone who saw my dreams as a liability instead of an asset. But hey, $920,000 is pretty good compensation for 3 years of relationship education. Would recommend. 10-10 life lesson. 0-10th girlfriend.